with the first quarter of Tour de Endurance Season 5 all wrapped up. The Greyscales lead by 24 points over the White Knights with a third medal in a row coming into the Hubelino Pursuit, a returning event from Season 4 where 5 of the 6 medalists from Season 4's A-League and B-League will make an appearance. So, any of them looking to do good here in the start. This is a very odd chain reaction sort of event, not quite a relay where all the marbles keep going and the first one to get all 4 across the line will advance to the next round in what is the first bracket style event of the season. There you see the current record, which has been reset in the off-season due to new conditions for the track. 10.45 seconds, sorry, by the autumn leaves. See if that'll hold this event as Super Cat's Eyes and Bone Rattlers line up for the pre-show.
This event was in the qualifiers, so a big separator between those that could make it and those that couldn't, so we should be expecting some great performances here today by the teams in the A-League. It's all about keeping your formation, keeping the gaps between your marbles, and across the line it's the 4th marble that determines who gets the win. Oh, and Ruby, one of the visitors to the stadium, special guest here, makes an appearance. But there you can see the event information for the Hubelino Pursuit. It's a very strategic event here in event number 5, and in this team event, it's all about the team coordination here.
And the separation does not matter. You can be as far apart as required. As long as you get that 4th marble across the line before the other 4th marble of the other team, you will advance to the next round. As Croissant Crew and Lagoon Platoon, already a great first seeding, as the gold medalist and the bronze medalist from the B-League last season both upgraded to the A-League in the first heat of this event, and Croissant Crew have a much better opening leg and trigger their second marble first. Lagoon Platoon, they're slow for their final marble. They've got plenty of space though, shouldn't need to make contact, but Croissant Crew keeping it clean, they'll get across the line first. Lagoon Platoon though, I like the strategy there, leave the 4th one a bit behind and let them just run speedy by themselves. It did not quite pan out though for Lagoon Platoon. They'll lose by 2/10 here over the Croissant Crew, who kept it very clean in the end, where a lot of dangerous contact can happen in that 4th sector in particular with some chain reactions. Now, how about this first seeding?
Marauders and the Honeycombs, a rematch of the final last season in the A-League. Marauders, the defending champions, came out on top back then. We'll see if they can do it here again. They have the lead marginally ahead of the Honeycombs. Honeycombs are going to bring it back. It's going to be neck and neck going to the final round, but the Marauders have a bit more in the tank and they will get the win and advancement here in the Hubelino Pursuit. What a run by them. The Honeycombs for a moment here had the lead. At this point you can see they have the lead here, but by a 1/10 of a second Marauders pick themselves up and they're going to go on to the quarterfinals.
Very clean runs by both teams there. It was a great run. You can see how they're both, but Honeycomb's unlucky to be faced off against such a good opponent in this event. They will go out early. As Citrus Sprinters and Team Mayhem in this race, it was dead even in the first sector, and Team Mayhem a bit slow there, but Citrus Sprinters are only slightly ahead. Into the final sector, there's some contact there, and Team Mayhem are thrown back by their own competitors. 4th marble is not able to keep up, and Citrus Sprinters, with a much better formation in the second half of the track, will move on to the quarterfinals. And look, it was right here. That corner there really finished it for Team Mayhem. That little chicane coming into the orange stretch threw off Team Mayhem's run, and they will move and they will fail to advance again as the White Knights and Popsicles, the 2 white solidified teams, line up for Heat 4 with their standard lineups, and off they go.
Almost jumping out of the track to the White Knights, I think, and the Popsicles now have the lead. White Knights need to minimize that contact. They're trying to bring it back here, but the Popsicles look cleaner, and the Popsicles across the line will get the win. The White Knights, a team that started the season very well, seem to be slipping in the last few events now, as they are perhaps going to lose more ground on the Greyscales unless the Greyscales do very poorly in this event. Sub 11 seconds for the Popsicles. Very good job by them, and they're going on to the quarterfinals here. Now, Rosemary's and the Cheeseballs. The Rosemary's have been very inconsistent to start off Season 5 in their first season in the A-League. Dead last, second, dead last, and second again. And off they go here with the Cheeseballs, trying to find some form as well. Cheeseballs now briefly take the lead. The last Rosemary really lagging behind. Oh, and they are finished.
Dear.
The last 2 marbles making contact. That looked terrible on the far side for the Rosemaries. What happened to them?
I'm trying to figure out, the 4th marble was left so far behind. Oh, look at the 3rd marble got absolutely pushed back by the 2nd, and that 11.25 is a terrible time. Rosemary's with a horribly inconsistent run again. They might be last for a 3rd event in only 5. As Crazy Chickens now, everyone perhaps cheering on the Chickens here, versus the Greyscales. Home team versus the soon-to-be hero Greyscales. Oh, they have big contact there, and the 4th marble's left far behind. Chickens need to keep it clean, but Greyscales are closing in. No, it's going to be close across the line, but the Crazy Chickens are mostly stunned across both this run and the last run. But the Greyscales have gone out, and they've been defeated for basically the first time all season by just 0.04 of a second. The Crazy Chickens will advance, and now it's a big chance to try and make up some ground on that leading team.
A huge mistake on the part of the host there, leaving one of their marbles really far behind. They still managed to close up to just a 400th gap at the end there, but they are knocked out. Now Party Crashers and Team Sunrise trying to capitalize on that, both trying to get some big points here, but the Party Crashers are well behind. Oh, they're almost coming back here, but it's not to be. Team Sunrise will do just enough to hold on, but it came very close for the Party Crashers, almost making a great comeback here. But by 600ths of a second, another match here determined by less than a tenth of a second here. And the Team Sunrise just do enough to move on. Now Crystal Pistols and the Blue Brigade for the final round here in the heats to see who gets the final spot in the quarterfinals. And off they go here. Blue Brigade get the better start marginally, but it's very close between these two teams as you get to the mid part of the course.
Crystal Pistols really fell back for a second there, but then they bring it back in the final two legs and they will advance to the quarterfinals with a great push at the end. Look at this. Now, this is what I've seen several teams do. They leave that fourth marble well behind the rest so that they can contact with each other and get the first marble going without any major contact. And the Crystal Pistols finally did it right. I saw several teams doing it poorly in heats, but Crystal Pistols do it right and will advance. But look at that. The Grayscales, 9th place. They still get decent points out of this despite failing to advance. And the Rosemaries, I have to look at that. Last place again. 0-20, 0-20, 0. That is quite amusing, I'm not going to lie, as the quarterfinals line up now for Croissant Crew and the Marauders. Two medalists in this season last year in both the leagues who will come out on top.
Very stacked lineup here in the Hubelino Pursuit in this quarterfinal. It's going to be close coming across the line with the Croissant Crew. B-League triumphs over A-League as on the far side they do just enough to beat the Marauders, the winners of this event in the A-League last season. What a run by the Croissant Crew by just a tenth of a second. Here in this final turn the Marauders are ahead, but the Croissant Crew just have more in the tank and they are going on to the semi-finals. Could be on for another medal or another gold after the swing wave. Now Citrus Sprinters and Popsicles to see who will challenge the Croissant Crew. They're going to have a big task here, but who will get that chance here? Citrus Sprinters look to be slightly ahead. Popsicles now having a lot of catching up to do. They're doing that catching up though. Can the Popsicles get by? They cannot. The Citrus Sprinters will hold on and just about will have to face the Croissant Crew in the semi-finals.
I thought the Popsicles were going to really do it there for a second. The Citrus Sprinters, they just kept it. Look at the perfect gaps coming through the final few corners for Citrus Sprinters, and it just was enough to get them there. But the Popsicles unlocked some laser speed in the second half of the course and almost caught up. That's commendable in of itself, as Cheese Balls and Crazy Chickens line up next. Cheese Balls need to get something going here, as do the Crazy Chickens, both of which struggling in the season so far. It's very close into the third sector, but Chickens have pulled slightly away. Cheese Balls with a lot of space, though. They catch right up. I can't call that. That was far too close to call.
I thought the intervals between the chickens were good enough to get them into the next round easy, but they will hold on by a hair, I think. Crazy Chickens will just about beat the Cheese Balls. That is by going down to the 100th in this event going down to the 1,000 by 2,000ths of a second. The Crazy Chickens will do enough. What a round that was in this third quarterfinal. And to face the Crazy Chickens, who just about do enough here, it'll be either Team Sunrise or the Crystal Pistols. Crystal Pistols marginally get the better jump off the gate, but Team Sunrise has a great opportunity to catch up. But now they're lagging behind. Crystal Pistols keeping it very clean, and not a comeback here for Team Sunrise. Crystal Pistols will cruise to advancement to the semi-finals.
That was just too easy. Crystal Pistols in the middle of the third leg pushed the fourth marble back ever so slightly, giving them all this room to work with, and they win by well over 2/10. It left them plenty of space, and it allowed them to keep themselves ahead of the Chickens, who had some poor form in the middle of the course, and they're moving on to the semis. And the Popsicles finished 5th, best of the rest. Marauders in 6th with the 2 double-digit points finishes, and Team Sunrise there, with that smashing by Crystal Pistols, will get 8 as the semi-finals line up for medals now. Confirmed medal if you get past this race. Croissant Crew and the Citrus Sprinters, and off they go. Citrus Sprinters with a great opening leg. In fact, that was a really quick start for this solid orange team, and they're keeping it ahead of the Croissant Crew for now. Actually, no, they're not. Croissant Crew have brought it back. They retake the lead of the race, and across the line, the Sprinters with a better final corner. They will move on to the final. And that different legs in that race. The lead changed so much in the final section.
What a run by the Citrus Sprinters. They were so far behind here, but the final marble has an open opportunity to speed up ahead in front of their third marble, and they will go to the next round. An upset victory, I must say. The Croissant Crew coming off a gold in the last event. Citrus Sprinters last place in the standings into this event, but they are going on to the finals. Now, Crazy Chickens and Crystal Pistols will see who will join them in the final. It's the Crystal Pistols that look to be ahead, but their formation gives them a bit of contact, but across the line, they will do just enough to beat the Crazy Chickens. The Crazy Chickens came to the semi-final by thousandths. They're going to be exiting it with a loss here by 2/10. Crystal Pistols will manage to be going to the final. They will get another medal here in the A-League, and the Crazy Chickens will have to play for the bronze medal.
Crystal Pistols already, it's both the teams in the final already have a confirmed best finish of the season. It all depends on whether that will be first or second for either of them. Chickens and Croissant Crew. Croissant Crew could get another one in a row, but that's two great performances by the Croissant Crew, and the Chickens finally getting something going here if they can get a top 3 out of it as well. But still a good finish no matter what here, as the two teams fighting for the bronze line up. Croissant Crew on the far and Crazy Chickens in the near. Crazy Chickens are a bit faster. They're much faster, in fact, in that third handoff in particular. They're keeping it clean through the full section as well. And Croissant Crew a bit too much contact in the final few turns. And the Crazy Chickens will capture the bronze medal here. And their first medal of the season. Well done to the Chickens. But let's see what went wrong for the Croissant Crew. I think it was in this very last turn, in this chicane. That was where it all went wrong. That impact with the third marble really slowed them down. The Chickens will get the bronze. But now we line up for the gold, and what is quite the final, I must say. Citrus Sprinters versus Crystal Pistols for gold and Hubelino Pursuit. They both fought so well to get this far, but who will come out on top?
Two teams that haven't had that much success in this event. We've had many medalists in this A-League in this event, but they've all been bested by one of these two teams. Now, Citrus Sprinters and Crystal Pistols for the gold here. Crystal Pistols have the marginal lead. Citrus Sprinters are going to try to make one final charge. They're going to try it. It's not going to happen. The Crystal Pistols will capture gold in the Hubelino Pursuit. The Citrus Sprinters gave it their best effort there. At the end, they're going to close that gap to 4/100th of a second right at the end. For a moment in that final hairpin, they were neck and neck, but the Crystal Pistols drag race to the line will get it done. It's 10.73. They will capture the gold medal here in their return to the A-League in Season 5. What a run by them, and very consistent effort. You could see their time similar in all 4 rounds. What a great run by the Crystal Pistols. A thoroughly deserved gold medal here in event number 5.
And with that goal, the Crystal Pistols vault up into 3rd place. White Knights fall down 2, but Grayscale is 23 points clear. They've lost 1 point of their lead in this event today. Croissant Crew opened to 2nd, and it's still a very close battle for 2nd place, but it is still everyone against the Grayscales after event 5 as we look on to event 6 with a brand new event for the season, one taken from places you may have seen before in the Whole Shot Cross will make up event 6. We will see you for that one.